Hi everyone, Rayo from Instantly here, and in today's video I wanted to talk about the 6 biggest cold email lessons we've learned after studying 700 million emails. So as many of you know, we did run our own lead gen agency before starting Instantly, and now also running Instantly for almost 2 years. We've seen and sent ourselves a lot of emails. So in this video I wanted to share the 6 biggest lessons we've learned from doing all that. So let's jump right into it. So lesson 1 is don't overcomplicate things. So a lot of these lessons are gonna be more of like a mindset thing rather than like exact actionable items. So yeah, the first one is don't overcomplicate things. And by that I mean the whole setup process, the whole sending process. So a lot of the things have already been figured out, so you don't have to reinvent the wheel. So a lot of the winning strategies and methods are already, for example, in the Instantly Accelerator. So if you go to your Instantly account, in the bottom left corner, there's this space shuttle icon. You can click on it, and yeah, you can read every single guide about every single thing in cold email, and yeah, just pretty much follow it blindly to a point where you start testing yourself. And also the final point, learn by doing. So the guides and everything are great, but in the end, the best way to learn is to actually start doing stuff yourself. So in the beginning, don't worry about all the limits, don't worry about all how many domains you should get, all that kind of stuff. Just get one domain, create one account, you can already start sending, see how the whole thing works. Alright, and lesson 2, test and practice. So it kind of ties together with the last point, learning by doing. And yeah, so like any skill, getting good at cold email takes time, testing, and practice. So you're not gonna be the best cold email from day one, like in any other skill. So you just need to put in some time, you need to test, you need to practice. So our most successful users are constantly running A/B tests to figure out the best working method. So this implies testing different copies, different targeting options, and all kinds of combinations between these two things. So even the super successful users that are getting really good results, they don't stop testing just because they're getting good results. So we see a pretty big correlation between like willingness to test different things and also results. Moving on to lesson number 3, which is quick replies. So we've seen that the cold emails that book the most meetings are the ones who respond to interested prospects the fastest. So this means that if you're sending out your cold email campaigns, someone responds, yes, I'm interested. Now, how long does it take for you to respond back to that interested reply? Yeah, again, we see a really big correlation between people who respond super fast and people who respond slower. So this works with our own campaigns as well. Anytime you basically hop on the reply as fast as possible, you have such a more higher chance to actually book a meeting, to continue the discussion right there. So there's multiple ways you can do this, or like get better at it. First one is just make sure you check for the responses as regularly as possible. And this can even be more like systemized. You can book 10-minute slots in your calendar. Let's say you can do one in the morning, one in the afternoon, one in the evening, where you just only focus on checking the replies, making sure you fast back as fast as possible. Because yeah, then you can kind of turn this into dialogue. You can already respond back and forth, and there's not like a huge time gap between their reply and your response back. Moving on to lesson number 4, so follow-ups. Don't be shy to follow up with people who have shown interest. So let's say if a prospect hasn't booked a meeting for 1 day, 2 days, you can always send them a reminder explaining again how your offer can benefit them, how the call itself can benefit them, and yeah, just don't be afraid to do that. And we even see people reactivating after a few weeks. So let's say someone responds with interest, you respond something back, and then they're kind of gone for 2 weeks, let's say. We've even seen people that are like been silent for like a month. If you follow up with them, they may reactivate, come on a call. So let's say if you have like a lead list of people that you already sent out emails to, let's say you maybe like forgot about it for a while, yeah, don't be afraid to like hit them up again, hit up some follow-ups. We've seen a correlation again here as well, like just the people who are more willing to follow up more often, more regularly, are the ones who are getting the most success out of cold emails in general. And now moving on to lesson number 5. So this is all about standing out. So if you think about your own inbox as well, right, you have a ton of emails in there, depending on your lifestyle, what business you're running, and all that kind of stuff. But you're not gonna be the only email in there, so you have to make sure that you're standing out. So the first part is like actually reaching their inbox. This is about like deliverability, but it's also about standing out once you're in that inbox. So a few ways you can stand out. First of all, adding a profile picture. So you know, when you receive an email, you already have a face connected to that email, makes it more personal, makes it stand out from just like the regular initials that are usually as a placeholder for the profile icons. And also experimenting with different subject lines. So the subject line is usually the first thing someone sees when they get the emails. You want to make sure that one grabs attention as well. So we all know in the cold email world, a lot of people are using quick question. It still works super well, but it's not the only subject line that works. So you can check out our copywriting guide from the Instantly Accelerator. Again, you can check out a few different subject line ideas from there, and you can also come up with your own ones and just test them out. And then also make sure your offer is attractive and relevant. So make sure your offer isn't boring. Also make sure that the offer is actually super relevant to the person you're sending it to. So this is all about like the copywriting part. Make sure that you craft your offer and your copy to fit the people you're sending it to. So let's say if you segment out like agency CEOs from a state, you already know these criteria about them. You can use those in your copy to make it more personal, more attractive, stand out more, throw some humor in there, and all that kind of stuff. All right, and last but not least, lesson number 6. Copy and targeting is more important than volume ultimately. So sending more emails that don't get opened or replied to is not going to help you. Actually, it's going to make things worse. So usually if you're not getting opens, you're not getting replies, there's even people maybe reporting you as spam, that's only going to hurt your deliverability more. So before you go into really scaling up volume, thinking about sending out more emails, it's important that you validate your copy and targeting. So you're actually seeing with lower volumes that this is showing promise, you're getting replies, you're getting opens, everything's looking good. That is the point where I would think about increasing volume. And also, if you want to increase volume, make sure you do it by getting more sending accounts, more domains, rather than pushing the sending limits of already existing accounts that are doing well. So to quickly cover the limits as well, the recommended daily limits we see work the best is 50 emails per day per email account, and that's split into 30 cold emails and 20 warm-up emails. So again, not a hard limit, but that's just what we see works the best for people. Alright, so those are the 6 lessons. Hopefully this was useful, and thank you so much for watching. If you want to see more videos like this in the future, make sure you subscribe to our channel. Alright, see you next time.